What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. My name's Anthony, and today we are going to talk all about the Ledger Nano X. Now, just for the record, I've been a Ledger Nano S user for over a year now, but recently I received an email from someone over at Ledger, and they sent me this device for the purposes of this review. So we just looked at the unboxing, obviously. Hopefully you enjoyed that. And now we're going to talk about how to make sure your Ledger is a genuine product just for a moment. Then we're going to go through how to set up the device, and at the end of this video, I'll actually show you how to transfer Bitcoin, or really any other cryptocurrency you want to store on it, from an exchange to Ledger Live, and inevitably get your crypto onto your Ledger Live. So first things first, how do you make sure that your device is genuine? Because you want to do this before you put all of your cryptocurrency on there. Because if you don't know this, there are people that actually go out of their way to buy these products, hack into them, and then repackage them and resell them to you. So the most important thing you can do, and I'll just say this right off the bat, is to make sure you're buying directly from Ledger. And so if you are in the market to buy, I do have an affiliate link right in the description of this video. And you can click on that, and that's one way to make sure that you're getting a quality project directly from Ledger. But beyond that, even when you get it in your hands, you should be skeptical. Always be paranoid with this stuff, because you're potentially going to be storing hundreds or thousands, or tens of thousands, depending on how much you have invested in crypto, on these little devices. So you want to make sure no one can hack in and steal your cryptocurrency. So here are a few things you can do to check once you get your device. So you want to look inside the box, and on your screen right now, you should see the contents that you should be finding inside the box. You also want to check the condition of your recovery sheet. So this is your recovery sheet, and you're going to have what's called your recovery phrase on here. This should not be filled out. It should look blank like this. If this is filled out, right, that means someone has created a wallet and they want you to restore their wallet, and then they're going to have access to this as well, because keep in mind, you get 3 copies of this. So they kept one, maybe they just gave you 2, but you should have 3 blank copies of this. Third thing you want to do is just examine your Ledger. It should not have fingerprints on it, right? It should have that little seal right above it. I don't know how you can see this, but I've got the little seal over the top. If you look right there, right, you should be peeling that off, okay? And it should look brand new. So let's get into how to set up this device on your computer. It should be mentioned that this device also has Bluetooth capability. There's an iPhone, or I should say a smartphone app that you can download. And if you want me to make a separate video about that, I'm considering doing it. Just comment down below. Also, subscribe to this channel for more content on the Ledger hardware wallets, because as I use this thing, I am going to be making a few more videos about it to keep you informed. Once you've determined that your device is genuine, the next thing you're going to do is set it up. So we're going to go through that process together, but here you can go to ledger.com/start here, and they give you a nice setup guide. They've got some videos for you to look through. So that is one resource. But the very first thing you're going to have to do is download the Ledger Live app. So whether you're using the smartphone, or a computer, you're going to need the Ledger Live app. So you're going to click here and choose the type of computer that you have, or your operating system of choice, and download the app. The icon looks like this. You will be prompted to create a password. I am going to type mine in. And at this point, I can see my current allocation. So these are all the different assets that I have, all the different accounts that I have. Okay, there's a whole bunch of them. We're not going to get all of them now, and you can see the percent I'm holding. Of course, I'm in like a stealth mode right now. For you, you can see the actual dollar amount very simply. So let's just leave this on the screen right now, and we'll focus our attention on the Ledger Live. So to power this thing up, you're going to touch the button on the left, and then you come to a screen that says, "Welcome to Ledger Nano X." Press right button to continue. Download Ledger Live. We've already done that, so we'll press right again. Okay, so I have 2 options here. I can either set up as a new device, or I can restore from a recovery phrase. So to restore would be to make this particular device sync up with the hardware wallet that you already have. So if this is your second hardware wallet, if you already own a Ledger and you just want to have another backup, a backup of your cold storage, I guess I should say, then you can do that with this. But for me, I'm going to set this up as a new device. So I get here and I think I just hit both buttons together. Let's see how that works. Yep, it's going to make me choose a pin now. So I'm going to create some sort of a pin. So I'm going to do that. I'll fast forward through this part for you guys. All right, now that my pin is created, it's going to ask me to write down my recovery phrase. Now this will be written down on this recovery sheet. Right, your recovery phrase is the only backup of your private keys. Losing or sharing it puts your crypto assets at risk. So this is a very important piece of paper and you want to store it in a very safe place. Okay, I'm going to click both buttons together to move to the next section. Warning, these 24 words are your only backup. Secure them carefully. Got it. Click to the right. Write down number 1. So I'm going to go ahead and write those down, store it privately, and then we'll continue. I've written down my 24 words. Now it says press left to verify your 24 words. Press both buttons to continue. So I'm going to press both buttons. By the way, I didn't say this. This is probably obvious by now, but buttons are here. The Ledger Nano S buttons are on top. I like this design better. I also didn't really talk about the design. The design is great. It feels very sturdy in your hands, like it's a well-made product. All right, I'm going to press these together. Confirm your recovery phrase. Press them together. Now at this point, you have to toggle through all your words one at a time and then choose them in the order that they were written in your recovery phrase. So I will go ahead and do that on my own. Once you've verified all your words, it'll say your device is ready. You'll click to the right and it'll ask you to access the dashboard. Here's my dashboard, and if you're familiar with the Ledger Nano S, this is where you will see the apps that are installed. Okay. I believe the next step now is to install some apps. So let's go ahead and figure out how to do this in Ledger Live. Next, you're going to have to click both buttons to allow the Ledger Manager. So I'll do that. And here we go. Now I'm looking at my new wallet. Apparently, I can store up to 100 cryptocurrencies on this at the same time. That's a huge upgrade from the Ledger Nano S. Okay, and if you're watching this video and considering buying the X or the S, you know, of course, if you want to save some money and you don't have a lot of cryptocurrencies, the S would be fine. But the Nano X will be a no-brainer if you have more than 5 or 10 altcoins. So the next thing I'm going to have to do is install an app. So I'm going to go ahead and click install on the Bitcoin app. So you will have to install every cryptocurrency that you want to store on here one at a time. All right, so we'll see how long this takes to install. I've heard it takes about 10 seconds, which is much faster than the Nano S. Good, it's installed, and you can't see it, but just for the record, now I can now see this Bitcoin app on my Ledger device, so you should be able to do that once you have this installed. Now at this point, I'll have to add an account to store the Bitcoin. So let me try and explain this simply. So I just installed the Bitcoin app, as you can see as I clicked on apps installed. So now the Bitcoin app is on my Ledger Nano X, the physical device. Now I need to add an account within Ledger Live to store it. So I'm going to click add an account. Obviously Bitcoin is the default, but if you weren't using Bitcoin, you would choose whatever cryptocurrency you are storing at this point. I'm going to leave it set to Bitcoin. Hit continue. Now it's going to prompt me to open the Bitcoin app on my device, so I toggle to it with the left button till the B is in there. I'll double click both buttons here, and it says the application is ready. It's going to ask you to name the account. I'm going to call this Bitcoin Nano X because, like I said, it is a separate account. Add account. Account added successfully. Now I could add more accounts if I wanted to, if I had the need to, but I don't. So now this, just to be clear, just if you're someone who's owned a wallet in the past, okay, these are some of my older accounts. These accounts are set up and connected to my other Ledger device. This one I just created. So the next thing I'm going to show you is how to send cryptocurrency from an exchange. In this case, we're going to be using Coinbase. But you can send it from any exchange to your Ledger Nano X. So this is important if you've never done this before. So you're going to open up your exchange, log in, click send, and then you have to choose the specific asset that you want to send. Make sure you're not sending, let's say, Ethereum to a Bitcoin wallet because you will lose your funds completely. And in a decentralized world, there will be no central bank to complain to. So you have to be really careful. Also, the other thing I recommend is to send a very small amount of money first just to test it out. In this case, I'm going to be sending $20. So I'm going to go to my Ledger Live account. I'm going to click Receive. I'm going to click Continue because I have the right account selected. Next, it will ask me to open the Bitcoin app on my device, which I've already installed. So I'm going to double click both buttons, as you can see. Open that up. It says application is ready on the Nano X. And I'm assuming we should be good. Now, at this point, you can see my address. Now, this is a public address. This is not to be confused with your private keys. So you're going to click this. All right. Just to copy it, you're going to paste it here. And you can make a note to yourself if you'd like to. In this case, I'll write a Ledger test, and I'm going to click Send. Now, it'll show you what you're potentially sending. Send now. It will make you authenticate if you have the two-factor authentication turned on. After you authenticate, you will click Confirm. Your send is in progress. Done. Okay, and that actually sent pretty fast. I figured that would take a while because it was Bitcoin, but this went over here in, let's say, 2 minutes flat, maybe because it was a small amount of money. I'm not sure. So there it is, $19.99. It cost me 1 cent to send it, and this is now on my Ledger Nano X. So there it is, folks. Reply in the comments section letting me know if you own this device, what your thoughts are on it. Let me know also if you'd like me to make a separate video showing you how to use this on your phone with the Bluetooth connectivity, because that is an option that you can do. But if you're just starting your journey into purchasing a hardware wallet for cold storage, this is one of the best in the business. Again, I have an affiliate link below this video. Click on that to make sure you're buying a genuine device. Also, it supports the channel, which I always appreciate. Like the video, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Never invest more than you can afford to lose in cryptocurrency, and enjoy the ride. I'll see you guys next time.